Hello. So this one video, we're going to kind of talk about the Olympics. Now, not all the politics and all that around the Olympics, but we can mention it a little bit because, it's kind of going on, and that would be a normal conversation. So I showed you before in another video the sign for Olympics, and we're doing this circle. Remember, we're doing a circle, we're drawing it. But when we're doing a circle or a chain, if we were just doing that talking, we would just do it right in front of us. But because it's the Olympics, we're going to do it in front, but kind of bigger, the Olympics. And we don't have to do all 5 rings, but we can do the first 3 rings, the Olympics. And most deaf people know that that means the Olympics. But if they don't, then of course spell it. And it is a noun. Any proper nouns are supposed to be spelt. So you can do that. So you can talk about that the Olympics, where? Paris. Now you're building the Eiffel Tower. That is the sign for Paris. So you have your V hand shape, and you start here at the base, and then you go up to the top. Paris. That's the sign for Paris. So the Olympics, where? Paris. Oh, France. This is the sign for France. Or French. Anything that's French cooking or French speaking, this is French. Even though we do French fries. Anyway, that's an aside. So the Olympics, where? Paris, France. Oh, cool. That's a pretty city. I've never, remember when I told you when we were the deaf, you experience it, touch it, you have never been there, right? So Paris, France, never touch. But I would say never experience or never gone there. So all of those are correct, but it's nice to see what they look like. So if you do see it, then you go, oh, okay, that's what that is. So you can say, oh, I think the U.S. is doing wonderful, and you can say a gymnast or a gymnast. They're either, they're always on those bars or whatever, a gymnast with a G hand shape, a gymnast or a gymnast. Simone, she's a proper noun. So you would spell her name. She's doing wonderful. She's top. She's the top gymnast there. Yeah, cool. Wonderful for U.S. How many gold medals? Medals, right? Because they're medals that we hang on your neck. How many gold medals? I don't know, but you can look on the internet and see how many. Today they're going to have this. I can't even talk. The horseback, right? Equestrian. So this is horse, and then you can do. This is the riding. The equestrian. Oh, I like that. I see the horses. They're so pretty. And then in this afternoon, they're going to have tennis. Remember, you're hitting the ball. So you do it like you would do tennis. So let's see. Let me look up the Olympics. I had that up, and we can talk about. Okay, so the United States has 3 earring yellow gold medals, 8 earring S silver medals, and 9, and then bronze. I would spell it. There's not really an established sign for that, because if you did this, that's brown. T for tan, but bronze is kind of this, different color. So I would probably spell bronze, giving us a total of 20. So we're top with the medals. Now there has been that political upheaval. I'm not going to go into all that because I was sick with COVID, right? And so I wasn't sure, but I know that some people thought it looked like the Last Supper, and then other people thought it was um, that this drag was something else that had to do with, I think, Greek mythology or something like that. But I'm not sure. So anyway, I don't really know. And it doesn't really matter, right? But you could, if you want to talk about it, you can say, oh, everyone is talking about or arguing about the women, or you can say men look like women, or the men in drag. You can spell drag, D-R-A-G. The men look like women, drag, they all dress like women, and then they set up and people thought it looked like Christ's Last Supper. You can discuss that if you want to, or you can say, or some people thought it was a Greek, myth. Remember my M's, but anyway, it's a myth. It's an idea myth. So I don't really know. I don't want to get into it. I was sick, but I know people are talking about that kind of thing. So I did want to mention it. So especially when it's a conversation that you might be having. Okay, so and then we looked at so we are first on the medal. Second is France. We've already done some of these countries. Japan, we're doing, instead of anything with the eyes, we are doing the island of Japan. It's a long island, and so that's how we sign Japan now. It doesn't do this or with a J or anything like that. This is Japan. And then fourth is China. And remember their clothing, they button it here, and button it here and button it down. So that's why it's China. And then you can try to see like, this morning they had the swimming. And then if you want to do the butterfly, they did a butterfly stroke or the back stroke. Yeah. And then later this morning is volleyball. Some of these I've already shown you, so don't be afraid to look back at past videos so you can see the volleyball. Oh, I love volleyball, especially if it's beach volleyball or sand volleyball. Oh yeah, me too. Most of the time, summer, when you watch on TV, you can see that beach volleyball. Oh, I love that. But I think they're doing it inside. I don't know. And then later this morning, they're doing water polo. And I would spell that. I don't know if there's a sign for that. If I was into the sport, there might be a sign for water polo. But until then, I would probably just, do water, the sign for water, and then spell polo, P-O-L-O. I would do that. Yesterday I saw a picture, and people were talking about and criticizing, this is the sign I really wanted, criticizing Simone Biles because of her hair. Why would they do that? She's this top gymnast, and they are criticizing her hair. I mean, she's doing all these wonderful things and that people can't do. Why are they picking on her hair? So those are some things that I would kind of talk about, and that's what people talk about, right? Not just the sports, what was the score and who is the winner. They talk about the winner, of course, because the gold medal, but they do talk about that. Anyway, and I think that they're going to be doing soccer. Depends on who you're signing with, what sign they use, but those are signs that you use for soccer. And then, and it says, they said, today the soccer teams are Egypt. Remember the X, it's the snake for Egypt, and Spain. I'm going over these so we can go over some of these signs, and you could actually, now you can actually use them in real life, is because of the Olympics, right? everyone, all the girls, they love the gymnastics. So who, let's see, I'm trying to scroll through on my, oh, well, I didn't have the gymnastics. They compete today and this afternoon, and it says that Simone, she will compete in 4 events. So the vault, she's going to run and, right? And then on the balance beam, and then the floor exercise. So let's see, and even, oh, and the uneven bars. Those are the ones that are this way, and they do that. Anyway, and then it talks about the shooting, and we have some women and men in the U.S. that are involved in that as well. So the shooting, you know, because you hold your gun and you have your gun and you shoot, and I don't know if they run or what the competition is. I haven't watched it in a long time. And today for the swimming, we're going to do the backstroke for the women's, and then the men's, they're doing their freestyle. So that's whatever they want to do. And then they're going to have surfing today, and that's the men's and the women's, and that's this evening. And then they're having that judo. Now, karate, right? Karate. And that includes all martial arts. But if you want to be specific, then you spell it. So I would say, you know, the martial arts, right? If you want to spell out judo, then I would make sure that I would spell it out, because you want to make sure that's specified. And then the water polo, we said, or rugby. I don't know that there's a sign for rugby. I knew someone who played it, but I don't know the sign for that. Rugby. And then fencing, you know, it's the sword. See, all those sounds are fun, right? Especially to practice on. And so those are the ones for the Olympics. Everyone talks about the Olympics. They are saying, it said the Olympics, they're in Paris. A girl, 17, 10 and 7, 17, and this is age 17. She won, remember we grab it, she won gold today. Yay! And then another girl named Grimes, she won the silver. So it's like you're grabbing something and yay! And that's how you're doing that. So I think that's good for the Olympics, and I think we've kind of covered several topics about that, so you can discuss and talk about those things, and know enough. If you see it or if you can sign it, make sure you kind of practice with a friend or in the mirror. So that's fun too. So that makes sure you can see the signs if you're doing it correctly. So anyway, practice and have fun with it, and I will see you later. Bye.